This video is part 2 of the last video. If you haven't watched the part 1 video, please watch it or else you won't be able to understand this video completely. In the last video, we discussed about the lab leak hypothesis, why were scientists still considering it, and the key argument of the lab leak. In this video we will continue from where we left. Before we continue, if this is your first time on my channel and you are interested in amazing facts and informational topics, then hit that red subscribe button below this video. Now back to the video. Would it be suspicious if I tell you that no animal has been identified as transmitting the virus to humans? Outbreak origin investigations often take years, and some culprits remain unknown. It took 14 years to nail down the origin of the SARS epidemic, which began with a virus in bats that spread to humans, most likely through civets. Origin investigations are complicated because outbreaks among animals that aren't the main hosts of a particular virus, such as civets in the case of SARS, are often sporadic. Researchers must find the right animal before it dies or clears the infection. And, even if the animal tests positive, viruses found in saliva, feces, or blood are often degraded, making it difficult to sequence the pathogen's whole genomes for finding an intermediate host animal. Researchers in China have tested more than 80,000 wild and domesticated animals. None have been positive for SARS-CoV-2. But this number is a tiny fraction of the animals in the country. To narrow the search down, researchers say, more strategic testing is needed to isolate animals that are most susceptible to infection and those that come in close contact with people. They also suggest using antibody tests to identify animals that have previously been infected with the virus. Does the virus have features that suggest it was created in a lab? Several researchers have looked into whether features of SARS-CoV-2 signal that it was bioengineered. One of the first teams to do so, led by Christian Anderson, a virologist at Scripps Research in La Jolla, California, determined that this was improbable for a few reasons, including a lack of signatures of genetic manipulation. Since then, others have asked whether the virus's furin cleavage site, a feature that helps it to enter cells, is evidence of engineering, because SARS-CoV-2 has these sites but its closest relatives don't. The furin cleavage site is important because it's in the virus's spike protein, and cleavage of the protein at that site is necessary for the virus to infect cells. Is it true that SARS-CoV-2 must have been engineered, because it's perfect for causing a pandemic? Many scientists say no. Just because the virus spreads among humans doesn't mean it was designed to do so. It also flourishes among mink and infects a host of carnivorous mammals. And it wasn't optimally transmissible among humans for the better part of last year. Rather, new, more efficient variants have evolved around the world. To name a couple of examples, the highly transmissible variant of SARS-CoV-2 first reported in India named as Delta is also a highly transmissible. And the recent most feared variant of Omicron, first reported in South Africa, has the title of the variant of concern. In conclusion, the answer to the question, was coronavirus made in a lab, is, we don't know yet. Even though many scientists say it's natural, we can't completely rule out the lab leak hypothesis because there is some indirect evidence to the lab leak hypothesis. Before I end this video, I'd like to tell that I would not be giving anyone a shout out because it is obvious that I'll be making this video. If you liked this video and you want to check out the first part, click here, or just try this other video. Thanks for watching.